You know it's getting serious when we got the massive jug. I actually just forgot my normal bottle at home the other day, so I had to buy this. So we're here, SKULLCRUSHERS, shoulders and arms today. I hit this morning? Chest? I hit chest this morning, but I wanted to come back and do a little bit more so I can shoot for this video. It is gonna be more bodybuilding, hypertrophy focused, since this morning I did go a little bit heavier, so no pressing on the shoulders. I'm probably just gonna do 3 exercises for each head, each delt, portion of the delt, front, side, and rear. So probably lateral raises, front raises, and then rear delt flies, and then right after that, we're gonna jump into arms, where we're gonna do probably 3 exercises for biceps, 2 to 3 for triceps, and that's gonna be the entire workout. Trying to be a little bit more consistent going into 2021. I know in my last video I did say I'm trying to go back to my roots and, you know, as I said, reignite, rebuild that passion for bodybuilding that got me into training in the first place. So that's what we're gonna do today. Gonna be really focused. I love the environment here. It's super hype. We should be able to get into it and go pretty hard. If I look a little bit watery, it's because I had sodium and glycerol. That's a little tip. If you want to get vascular but hold a little bit more water but be veiny as then just take 5 grams of salt, which is about 2 to 3 grams of sodium. That's science. So we're gonna hit this workout right now and we're gonna go hard. Let's do it. I found one tip that helped me out a lot with all my raises, whether it's rear delt flies, front raises, or side laterals, is focusing on trying to reach as far away from your body as you can. So if you think about leading with your elbows and just try to reach out as far as you can. I'm doing a fair amount of sets on this since my first exercise. I want to get warm. We did do warm up with the plates, working through each range, but still, I'm gonna do like 5 sets here, 3 sets with my top weight to make sure I'm really flushing blood, aiming for like 15 reps. Since I did train chest this morning, I'm not going insane on my shoulders. I'm gonna do 1 superset of front raises, dumbbell, superset with bent over rear delt flies with the dumbbells as well. So really quick. So for the front raises, since I'm trying to get a full stretch in my front delt and keep the tension there the entire time, so my traps don't take over. The moment I come past here, it starts to become a trap movement. It's very difficult to contract your front delt. So what I'm gonna do is lean forward, keep my butt on the edge of the bench, pivot from the hips, back straight, chin up, and then as I come up, I'm bringing the dumbbells to parallel. As soon as I go across parallel, there's too much trap involved. So I'm gonna bring it close to my eye level, slightly pronate at the top of the motion, just drive through the front delt, bring them together at the top. I'm gonna go heavier on the front raises because I feel like I can, and then the rear delt flies will keep that way. Rear delt flies, something really kind of have to go lighter, or else your traps start taking over, your upper back starts taking over, especially if your upper back dominant. Front, I can overload without it going on my traps too much, especially if I lean, keep my position in one position, move forward. With rear delts, I just want to go lighter, squeeze as hard as I can. Thinking about pulling from the elbows, one line across like this, so my elbows, my forearm, and my delt coming in one line rather than letting it go like this and winging upwards. Keep this elbow up, elbows high. Throw track fully at the bottom, stretch, and then drive up from the elbows. 4 sets for front and rear delt, 5 sets-ish of side delts. Now we're gonna go into biceps. I'm probably gonna start with the movement that requires the most output. So start with probably like an incline dumbbell curl. Something that puts my bicep in a stretch position. So I'll have my elbows behind my body and curling like this. I can do incline or I can do drag curls. What should I do? Maybe dumbbell drag? That'll look pretty crazy. And then right after that, we'll go to some sort of preacher motion, maybe machine preacher. Really focus on squeezing the peak and then finish off with a full range of motion. one of those movements where you can't go heavy at all, you know? Okay, so we're gonna do a breacher curl over there, but since this area is open, we'll stick in this area. What I'm gonna do is set up right here on this bench. It's essentially like a breacher curl. Still gonna focus on that peak contraction, but this is just gonna be more perpendicular to the ground. So 3 to 4 sets on this, and then right after that, I'm gonna probably either burn out with dumbbell hammer curls or 21s. I'm not sure yet. We'll decide after. Doing a bit less reps on this, probably like 10 to 12. Feel good. I'm about to ride just how I want it. Standing waiting by the field. I better bring up the gun. I better bring up the thunder. Stop firing. That's 2 bicep exercises done. Hit the peak, hit the stretch position. So now we're gonna work through the full range of motion, but we're gonna try to aim for our brachialis. We're gonna do hammer curls, and then we're gonna superset that with overhead tricep extensions. This movement's a little bit more difficult on my shoulder, a little bit harder on my shoulder, so I'm just being really cautious with it. You really don't have to go insanely heavy on it anyways. It's more about getting the nice stretch. Your tricep actually connects right into your lat, so you never get a full stretch unless you go into this overhead position. That's why when people do skull crushers and things like that, and their elbows are even further forward than perpendicular to the ground, you're not getting barely any stretch on your triceps. So we're going directly overhead, nice stretch, squeezing the bicep on the way down so that we work the antagonist muscle group. We're gonna stretch it and then drive up and outward. Standing waiting by the field. I better bring up the gun. I better bring up the thunder. Stop firing. I'll let you be the person with me. That you'll be living a life. That you'll be living a lifetime losing it. Lifetime losing it. Lifetime losing it. Standing waiting by the field. I better bring up the gun. Feel like I'm finally getting back in my groove. I was having a lot of trouble just getting focused, getting into my training, getting back to that, going back to the fundamentals, but especially after seeing your guys' support with the program, with the videos, with everything, it's just it just has me in that 2021 go after it mindset. So I'm gonna get one more set of this, and then right after that I'm gonna go to skull crushers, superset it with close grip bench, and that's gonna be it. Not going heavy on close grip bench. Brad's not here, so I have no one to impress or make look weak.
Fire.
my first time going over like 185 on bench in a long time. It's funny because I did it with my feet up. My shoulder feels like it's moving a lot better. Still can't go like ridiculously heavy, but we're gonna get our bench back up. Recently I've been doing more hypertrophy training and it feels really good. It feels like I'm not putting my shoulder, my joints, my biceps, like all the tendons and ligaments and stuff that are put at risk when you get super lean. It doesn't feel like I'm compromising those while I'm training. So I'm periodizing my training a little bit more, bi-weekly periodization, so I'm switching every 2 weeks. I've already worked through a few phases, but what I'm doing is splitting it into a mind muscle mastery phase. So that's where I'm just focusing on learning the technique, going back to the fundamentals of my training, which I always recommend people do no matter what level you're at. And then I work into a hypertrophy phase, which is what I'm doing right now, where I'm focusing on only bodybuilding style training. And then right after that, I'll jump into a strength phase, building the overall training. Then after that, when I'm really trying to level up my intensity and maximize my intensity and my output, then I'll have a maximum output phase. So that's the last phase of my training before I reset and go back to my fundamentals. I find that when I do actually periodize my training, I'm not getting injured as frequently, which is obviously important. When I'm getting down to super lean, like sub 5% body fat, potentially, right? Potentially. And then periodizing my training is super important. So that's gonna be the end of the workout today. We're at like what, 1,050,000 already, which is crazy. The community is growing more and more and more. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate all your guys' support, all you guys love, all this stuff. You guys drop comments on all of our videos. You guys seem to be enjoying the 8-week program that we just released. I'm gonna leave a link to the description down below for that. You guys can check that out. Send me all of your thoughts on it because I really do want to improve it and make sure that I'm providing the value that I want to provide with all of my content. Thank you guys so much for watching the videos. That in itself is enough. That's what allows me to do the things I love to do. So subscribe, like the video, turn the post notifications on. I'll talk to you guys soon. That's the end of the workout, and I'll see you soon. Peace.